This week I've been pondering the questions the angel asked Hagar while she was in the desert. You can find this encounter in Genesis chapter 16. The angel asked Hagar two questions. Where have you come from and where are you going? These are important questions to answer. We all have a story. We all have a place where we've been. We can talk about the bigger question of where our family has come from. We can talk about where our church has come from. We can talk about where our city, our state, our country has come from. We can talk about where our denomination has come from. I wonder how you would tell your story. If an angel asked you where you've come from, what would you say? I'm the second daughter of a teacher and a contractor who created a name for themselves in a community they moved to, away from family, away from friends. They, in turn, are children of parents who moved across the country to start a new life in a new community. I am the mother of children who have been uprooted and moved to a new town and likely will move again in their lifetime. I am the great-granddaughter of pillars of the Methodist Church in a small Illinois community, a church that continues to spread the gospel to the farmers and teachers who call the town home. Family systems theory would say that where we have come from has a huge impact on where we are going. We are individuals who are impacted by the family of origin that raised us, which is in turn impacted by generations of family that has created habits and patterns and power structures that influence our decisions and influence our path. If you're interested in learning more about family systems theory, there's at least one website in the notes to this video for a short article. When the angel asked Hagar where she was coming from, there was a simple answer, but there's also the more complex answer. I challenge you this week to really think about your complex answer. Think about your story. How would you answer this question if the angel asked you today? When we forget where we've come from, it's easy to get stuck where we are now. And so the angel's second question is closely related. Where are you going? What's your plan? Right now, it is super hard to plan. I now know that my children will be home from school at Basis until at least September. Children at FUSD will be learning from home until at least October. Now we have a path set before us when last week we were a little more like Hagar with no idea of what was next. Other than that, I have few answers. And this is hard. I'm used to being able to plan and know what we're doing in months in advance. Vacations are planned in July for the school year ahead. Sermon series are planned months in advance. Visits are arranged. We can't do that right now. I keep getting asked when we will be back in worship, and my answer is the same. I don't know. This is hard. And yet the angel's question to Hagar is still important for us to ponder. I don't know the details of the next 12 months, but I know where I'm going. The path before me as a parent is to raise my children to know God and to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. That hasn't changed. My path as a pastor is to empower the people in the church to draw closer to God and invite others to do the same. The path before me as a wife is to love my husband in a way that honors him and shows our children and the world the example of love. Those things are clear. The details of how we get there are less clear. But because I'm grounded in where I've come from, I can meet the challenges ahead of me. I won't be the mom and pastor and wife that I envisioned, but nothing in this world right now is what anyone envisioned. That doesn't stop me from walking this path with Hagar, with Abraham, with Sarah as my guides, grounding me in my past and preparing me for my future. So today I challenge you, take a walk tonight and think about your story. Where have you come from? Talk it out with a sibling or a spouse or a friend. Journal about it. Look through some old photos. What do they tell you about where you have come from? And then spend some time reflecting on where you want to go. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. See you soon.